Kennedy, Kilby, and Javier are nominated for eviction. But who will win the Golden Power Veto? Find out now on Big Brother Cheesecake 7 Chocolate Heaven. Hello, I'm Andrew Shevsik Moonves. Welcome to Big Brother Cheesecake 7 Chocolate Heaven. It's day 40 inside the Big Brother Cheesecake house, and this week Michael is the head of household. He nominated Kilby for eviction, and Kennedy was the second initial nominee because she picked the yellow M&M, the white Lindor, and the Lindor sampler. And Willy Wonka nominated Javier as the third nominee. But the Golden Power Veto can still change the nominations. Who will win it? We'll find out shortly. But first, this was an extremely busy weekend, as like the episode today on Sunday is airing probably as late as it ever has been. What happened was we had in Canada, we have two major internet providers, Rogers and Bell, and Rogers went out and it was just a complete shit show. And my mother just now, like Sunday at noon Eastern, got her TV and internet back. So I was with her like the whole time, and she was, of course, all crazy because all she does is watch TV and YouTube and movies all day. She doesn't really do anything else. She should get out more, but at 71 years old, you can't teach an old dog new tricks. I do have a lot of notes from the weekend. A lot happened, and I probably have about 10 things to talk about. But because I'm already really, really late, it's like 5:45 Eastern as I'm filming this, I am just going to get right into the Golden Power Veto competition, and the notes will be in tomorrow's episode. So tomorrow's episode, expect to be extremely long. So let's get into the Golden Power Veto competition. So it was supposed to be a live competition, but as we approached 10 o'clock Eastern on Friday, Rogers' internet and cable and all that was not back, and Kilby is Canadian, Owen is Canadian, and Jenna is Canadian, and I was really getting concerned. So I decided for the first time ever in second time in Big Brother Cheesecake history. First time was during COVID. I had a work schedule change. But for the second time ever, I changed the Golden Power Veto competition from a live competition to a non-live competition. So here's my Zoom call with the house guests as I explain that. Okay, so I'm here with some of the house guests who are going to be playing the Golden Power Veto competition, and I have an emergency, unprecedented announcement. So there's Jenna coming in. So as some of you know, Canada experienced a nationwide internet outage. Canada is on Rogers and Bell, and I think it's more Rogers than Bell, I would say, for the most part. And Rogers has been down for the whole day. Somebody in the group chat said it was Russian hackers. That's probably what happened. I went to Subway today because Tim Hortons, no matter where you went, you couldn't even use your debit card to purchase things. Like everything was down. And so I went to Subway, and this Russian guy was like the owner, and he's like, "You can use card here. We have good service. You want egg salad or tuna salad? You choose now." Anyway, so because of this unprecedented event, I have decided I do not want Kilby or anybody who can't make it because of internet to potentially lose the competition and potentially be evicted because of an internet outage. And so I have decided, and this could be controversial, it might not be controversial.
What, bitch, you gonna do it on Sunday like I wanted?
No.
You gonna do it on Sunday? You gonna do it tomorrow?
No.
The fuck are you gonna do?
What I've decided to do is, you don't know what the rules to this Golden Power Veto competition are, and you don't know what the rules to next week's Golden Power Veto competition are. Next week's was going to be non-live, where you go one at a time, and this week's was going to be live. And since we don't know when the internet is going to be coming back, Jack from season 3 just posted on Facebook that Rogers told him it will take until Monday for full service everywhere to be restored. So, yeah. So Jack is, of course, blaming Trudeau because he's a MAGA conservative person. So I know. So because of that, we're going to go non-live, and I'm going to swap this week's veto with next week's veto. Some of you might say that's unfair, but you didn't know what the rules were for this. You didn't know what the rules were for that. So I will quickly do the rules now for the Golden Power Veto competition, and I'll explain it for those people who are not here. It is a classic competition that I have done in every season of Big Brother Cheesecake. It will never, ever go away because I absolutely love it. Some people say it's dumb luck, but I don't think it's dumb luck. I think there's some strategy in it. And it is called Big Brother Deal or No Deal. And here's how it works. It is based on a classic 2005 game show hosted by Howie Mandel, kind of an uglier version of Owen. And the rules are very, right? I said uglier. Raise your hand if you don't know how Deal or No Deal works. There's always one person who doesn't know.
I'm good.
Oh, thank God. Good. We're good. Oh, wow. Yes. Oh, Kennedy's. Damn it, Kennedy!
No,
Why
I'm
were
just
you
kidding.
born in
No,
2002?
I'm just kidding. I love Deal or No Deal.
Oh.
I was born in 2002 though. No, I had a little handheld version that I used to play all the time. I don't know the strategy, but I know that a penny is bad and a million is good. So I got them.
Oh, it's the other way around. You want to open the small cases.
No. Like, no, fuck. The final one. No, you don't want your final one to be a penny.
Okay, but generally throughout the game,
I'll be
you
fine.
pick a case, that's your case, and then you start opening the other cases, and you want the lower numbers from a penny all the way up to a million, and they gradually increase to come off the board. And then throughout the game, first you open 6 cases, then the banker will offer you a deal. You say deal, which means you take that offer, or no deal, which means you open up 5 more cases. Then it's 4 cases, then 3, then 2, and then 1 at a time, and eventually you will say deal. The game, because a lot of people say it's dumb luck, so there's been an evolution of Deal or No Deal throughout the years. Oh, I just lost my freaking mouse. I can't open it now okay, I'm just going to keep talking then. I was going to reveal who won the Deal or No Deal each season, but whatever. It's played in 2 rounds. All 7 of you will play in round 1 privately with me in your DR. So nobody will know what anybody else's score is, and you are not allowed to say your score to anybody else. Then, and I just realized that in order to eventually stop the recording, I'm going to have to change the mouse. So I'm just going to change the mouse while I talk. Then, the top 3 scorers will advance to round 2. And this is where I changed it this season. Some seasons I did it cumulative, where your round 1 and round 2 scores are combined. And then in other seasons, I've erased the round 1 scores where it's a fresh thing. But this season, I'm changing it all together. Dan entered the waiting room. Oh, that's good. So we have, no, we're still missing somebody. It doesn't matter. I've changed it now. So then I'm changing it where if you are in 3rd place in round 1, you go into round 2 with the disadvantage of going first. And this time around, for round 2, it is public in the main chat where everybody will watch that person play. Then we will go to the person who came in 2nd place, and then the person who came in 1st place. So the person who finishes first in round 1 has the advantage of knowing what the score is that they need to beat, and they just have to get the good luck to beat it. The person who finishes 2nd has to beat the 3rd place score, but then decide when to stop because they have one person after them, and the person in 3rd is going first, and they have to set the bar as high as possible. So your goal in round 1 is to have, ideally, the best score or one of the top 3 scores. So whoever has the highest score in round 2 will win the Golden Power Veto, and it will be, I want to make sure I get this right, we're going to make it non-cumulative, so your scores from round 1 will be erased when you play round 2. So Kilby, you're just joining us. I changed the competition I swapped this week and next week, so we're not doing a live competition because of the internet problems. We're doing non-live, Deal or No Deal, so it's 1 at a time. You can play, I can do some tonight. I'm free for most of the day tomorrow, and then we'll probably have to bleed into Sunday. So Sunday's episode, well, if you're watching this, you're watching Sunday's episode now, but Sunday's episode will be late. Yeah. So any questions?
Can I go tonight when we're done with this?
Yeah, sure.
Fantastic.
Any other questions? No? Yes. Kilby says appreciate that. Yes. I always, whenever I do Zoom with anybody, any comments about the game in general? Javier, who do you think nominated you as Willy Wonka?
I have no idea. Yeah, because I'm one of the, I don't know who has been Willy Wonka, who is still yet to be.
Okay.
I don't even have guesses. It's just look.
Okay, good. I mean,
Took me by surprise. I can tell you that it took me by surprise.
Okay, fair enough. Okay, so not with that said, because now we're going to get into the competition. So let's see what happened in the Deal or No Deal Golden Power Veto competition. Okay, let's get to the Deal or No Deal Golden Power Veto competition results. Okay, in no particular order, round one. And I will say, first of all, everybody's luck was terrible. With the exception of one person, this season combined, you all had terrible luck. Okay, let's start off with Michael. So Michael starts off with $11,000. He says no deal. He doesn't do much better. He goes up to $42,000, but then he starts opening up small cases up to $129,000. No deal. Then he goes up to $185,000. He still says no deal. Then he gets an offer of this. And he says no deal to that. He opens up this. His offer is this. Surprisingly, says no deal. Then he opens this. Offer goes down to this. And he says deal. So Michael's score is 276,000. This was in his case. Okay, Javier is next. So Javier lost his place. Javier started off, I think, pretty poorly, like everybody after him. Let's see, 8,000 was his first offer. He goes up to 38,000. Then up to 57,000, but then he starts opening up big cases. He plummets to 11,000. He luckily gets himself back up to this. And he says deal. This was in his case. So you have Michael, 276,000, Javier, 44,000. Kennedy is up next. Kennedy starts off decently, actually, 29,000. In fact, she has a great first round. But then she starts opening up big ones. She goes down to 15,000, 20,000. Then she's offered this. And she takes it. This was in her case. Which you're going to find out soon is going to have a big impact. So Kennedy, 33,000. Javier, 44,000. Michael, 276,000. Callum was the most interesting one. Callum decided to be gutsy. 23,000, no deal. 62,000, no deal. 168,000, no deal. 166,000, no deal. 281,000, no deal. He opens up the million, plummets to 132,000, says no deal, opens a small one, goes up to 190,000, opens another small one, goes up to $265,000 with 100, 1,000, and 750,000 left. He says no deal. He opens up this. He says no deal. His offer is... He says no deal. I'm like, are you kidding me? This was in his case. Wow. So he had an offer of 385,000. He didn't take it, and he ended up with 1,000. I asked him, were you being gutsy or were you throwing the comp? And he says he was being gutsy. So, and he obviously feels pretty safe if he was doing that. If he felt like he needed the veto, I doubt he would have made that move. Anyway, so Callum 1,000, Kennedy 33, Javier 44, Michael 276,000. Jenna is up next. Jenna played very conservative. Her first round was 13,000, no deal. Up to 14,000 after bad round. Third round, 35,000. She says deal. This was in her case. Her deal was 35,000. Kennedy was 33,000, so she knocks Kennedy out because you have to be in the top 3. So we have Michael 276, Javier 44, Jenna 33, Kennedy 30, Jenna 35, Kennedy 33, and Callum 1. 2 left. Kilby starts out with 11,000, no deal. 15,000, no deal. 90,000, no deal. And then he opens up all the big ones. He plummets to 3,000. The highest amount left at that point is 25,000. He doesn't know it, but he's out. He goes all the way. He actually manages to get his offer up to 11,000. He says deal. This was in his case. Didn't make a difference even if he had taken that. So with 11,000, Kilby's also eliminated. Owen is last. Owen has to beat 35,000. Remember, Kennedy just lost by 2,000. Wow. And yeah, so Owen started off with 25,000 up to, then it stayed at 25,000 after that one. Unless I pulled that, I think I pulled that screenshot twice. 36,000, 39,000, 64,000. But then he opens up the big ones. He plummets to 10,000. He starts playing around. He goes up to 15,000. The highest one there is 50, which is enough. But then he opens up this. Offer plummets to $300. Then he opens up the 750, and he ends up with an offer of this. $15.30. He says, fuck it. He says, no deal. This was in his case. $5. But Curtis had $1 in All-Stars, so you're still not the worst. Okay, advancing to round 2. Michael gets to go last because he finished in first place, Javier second, and Jenna third. Jenna played conservatively again. Her first offer was 13,000. She said no deal. Second offer, 3,000. She had a bad second round. Then her offer went up to 94,000, and she said deal. Her case only had 100. So Jenna leads with 94,000. Then we have Javier. Started off pretty bad. 15,000, 23,000. And then he had a good round, a really good round, and he went up to this. And he said, deal, taking the lead. He passes Jenna, and he had 10,000 in his case. So Javier leads with 149,000. Michael is last. I want to remind you all that Michael holds the Diamond Power Veto, which stipulates that the next time you get the Golden Power Veto, it is upgraded to a Diamond Power Veto. You, not the head of household, can name the replacement nominee. But remember, Michael is already the head of household. He already has the power to name the replacement nominee. So if he wins this Golden Power Veto, that Diamond Power Veto is flush and wasted. So his first offer was $12,000, and his exact line was, I don't want to waste my Diamond POV, so deal, which means with 149,000, Javier, congratulations, you have won the Golden Power Veto. You have already told me what you're going to do with it. Michael, you've already told me who the replacement nominee is. Tomorrow, Javier will likely take himself off the chopping block. And who will Michael name as the replacement nominee? Tuesday, the final 3 nominees plead their case. And we will learn about a twist for week 7. And we will also, will we have the rules? No, we will not have the rules yet to the head of household competition, but it will be Tuesday night, FYI. And Wednesday is the next live eviction and head of household competition where another house guest will be evicted from the Big Brother Cheesecake 7 ounce. Get a tummy ache from eating too much chocolate, lose their shot at the $700 cash prize, and be the last house guest to not make it to jury. I'm Andrew Sheswick Moonves. Take care, and remember, no dinner at Olive Garden is complete without an Andy's creme de menthe. Good night.